This is my informative speech. Just wanted to say thank you for everyone coming, and I appreciate it. You ready? You good? Debt can be managed, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but having too much of it can leave you feeling overwhelmed. Um, People accrue debt in many different ways, and some of the most common ways are through loans, faulty payments, and opening credit cards. Um, Today, I hope to leave you with a better understanding on how to manage your debt and be financially stable. It's important to know where you're at because it leads and controls your future. Um, the annual credit report.com defines a credit score as a complex mathematical model that evaluates many types of information in a credit file. A credit score is used by a lender to help determine whether a person qualifies for a particular credit card, loan, or service. Information provided on the credit card report is important because it serves as a roadmap to where you want to go. Knowledge first starts with your personal income and consumption. Most Americans do not have this knowledge. In the article Fueling the Credit Crisis, Who Uses Consumer Credit and What Drives Debt Burden, Schooling and Warden state that a household's savings and borrowing decisions are influenced by its preference for future versus present consumption. Several people find it difficult to save. One of the ways that my wife and I have decided to save is to open a separate savings account at a totally different bank. We then have our employer take a certain amount out of each of our paychecks and deposit it into this account. The key to this is having the willpower to not touch it. Over time, you'll eventually see a substantial amount in your savings account. In addition to buying luxury items, consumers should not open credit cards, buy a new car, buy a new house all at once. Sometimes these things are unavoidable, but if you can hold off and space them out, you will not feel as overwhelmed. In the article, The American Way of Debt, Jackson Lear states one of the most constant statistical findings of recent years is that about half of all personal bankruptcies have been caused by medical bills. Medical bills are not always manageable, but if you have prepared in the beginning with a savings account and limited the amount of debt you have through credit cards and opening too many loans, having only a large medical bill will not stress you out as much. Barbara Mantell states in the article Consumer Debt, Are Americans dangerously overstretched? That in fact Americans overall spent more than they've earned in 2005 for the first time since the Great Depression. Consumer debt stems from a lack of financial knowledge. In a case study conducted with 12 white middle-class Americans in 2006, researchers found that financial knowledge was never received. Americans suffer from a lack of financial literacy. Every participant said that they had learned about credit card use and debt primarily through personal experience. Very few have received any training in school or at home, and most participants said they didn't discuss family finances with their children. Half of the participants had debt and they were unable to pay one-third of them, and one-third of them were dealing with collection agencies. Financial knowledge starts with the parents, and it's important for parents to pass this down to children. It should be the parents' responsibility to teach the importance of a budget so that when they become consumers, so when the child becomes consumers, they will not be led astray by companies or other marketing financing options. In conclusion, it's important that Americans pull their 3 free credit reports that are allotted each year. Without the knowledge of where you are financially, it will not matter where you can go. With such a variety of things that factor into debt and how it affects each individual differently, it's all up to us as society to put an end to unnecessary debt.
Correction, this is Persuasive.